Hi everyone, this is just going to be a quick video, I'm hoping, depending on what happens, to allow people to start to see the ships that are around this planet. Now, I'm just passing on the message. Yeah, I've been fighting and kicking all the way with this process, so I have to go with it, really. So hi Amity. What the meditation is going to be is to connect with the energy of the Federation of Light, who are a group of beings who have all come in to help with the ascension of this planet, because they've got a two-wave system that they're going in. They have the people who are actually incarnated from the different galactic races, and also, hi Camilla, also they've got the people who are in the spaceships, who are actually connecting to those people so that they can support them. Now, as you know, just a quick thing is that a lot of people, hi Karen, a lot of people have been sort of saying, oh, they're the ones who abduct you. This is not the case. There are two different types of people. There are ones who are working for the light, and then there are ones who are working for their own ends. So the ones we are dealing with, Federation of Light, the real Lord Ashtar, want you to be able to connect so that you can actually see the ships, because what is happening, part of the human consciousness is you are stopped from seeing them unless you've done a lot of work on yourself and you've cleared the blocks and you've cleared all these different things. Because what is happening is that they don't want you to see these beings, because it would mean that then the governments of the world would have to admit fully and completely that these beings exist and that they're here to help us with the planet and they're here to help us shift. Part of what's going on, the shutdown, has been used to push forward this agenda, we'll call it, so that more people are rethinking their lives, are thinking about, oh well, what am I going to do next? Hi Unity. And so what's happening is that a lot of these people are now questioning the norm. They're breeding more, they're getting involved in these sort of things, meditation groups, and just questioning, where am I in my life? So this is just a little meditation to give you a bit of clearer sight so that you can start to see these things and possibly interact with them. But it's all down to what stage you're at in your development. So slow and steady. Start off with wanting to see them and then go from there. And the other thing is they'll show themselves in whatever's appropriate for you. So it may be a light, it may be a ship, it may be that you interact with beings, but it's all to do with the beings of light. It's not to do with the other ones that have been basically causing havoc on this earth since the year dot, we'll say. So that is what they want you to know, is that there are beings out there who are pretending, with all the sort of work that we do when it comes to spirituality. There are always beings pretending to be beings of light, and you always have to ask them, you know, do you work for the light? And do it 3 times, and if at any point you get a sort of or you don't get a definite answer, then just tell them, go away, leave me alone, you're not for me. And if they are from the light, they won't get upset. If they aren't from the light, then you'll know straight away that you should be sending them away anyway. And as always, it's your big man Archangel Michael, come in and get rid of them. But if they're Galactics, it's Lord Ashtar. He'll come along and he'll take them away for you. So it's all good stuff. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do this meditation, and then I might be able to answer some questions, because like I say, I'm new in this, and all of a sudden it's been sprung on me that he wants me to pass on information which will be possibly a different meditations or whatever over the next couple of weeks. We'll see what he decides, but at the moment it's this connection we're going to go for. And as I say, because I'm kicking and screaming, that's probably why I'm one of the better ones, because you'll know that it's a case of I won't be allowing anything that sounds a bit to be passed on to you. So we're just going to do a little meditation so that we can connect, clear, and then we'll see how you go from there. And it's one of these meditations you can do over and over so that you can have clearer and clearer sight of anything, really. Okay, so if everybody just gets nice and comfy and takes a couple of nice deep breaths. And the first thing we're going to ask is that during this meditation we have no interference in the process we are about to undertake. And then the next thing is I want you to expand your heart energy so that it's outside your body. And then we're going to send our heart energy right through the top of our heads, all the way through our chakras into the divine energy. And then anchor it in there. And then bring it all the way down, back into your heart energy. And then we're going to drop that heart energy again all the way down through our chakras until we come through all the layers of the earth and anchor in the multi-dimensional crystal that is now a part of Gaia. And then nice and anchored in there, and then slowly bring it up, back through all the layers, back through all your chakras into your heart energy. And then we're going to mix and mingle up and down until it becomes a pillar of light outside your body and outside your energy bodies. Now, first of all, we're going to have that. You're going to have some little technicians stand around you. They could look like anything because the technicians of the Federation of Light come from all different planetary systems, and 9 times out of 10 they're Arcturans, but you might get someone different. And they're going to go through your energy bodies and your physical body and remove anything that they can see is stopping you from having clear sight. And this is clear sight of anything going on in the world. So they're going to take out those blocks. You might notice it being in your brow. You might even notice it being in your ears or your eyes, your throat, or even another part of your body that you didn't even think was stopping you from being able to have this clear sight. I'm just going to leave them work on you for a little bit. And then another set of technicians going to step forward, and they're going to heal those areas where they've removed the blockages so that they're functioning properly again. The flow is going properly, and you might start seeing that the place where they took out the blockage is starting to work properly. If it's a chakra, it's starting to spin properly. If it's an organ in your body, you can almost see that it's starting to function properly. And now they're going to step back. And what we're going to do, we're going to see ourselves stepping outside our homes and looking up into the sky. And when you look up, you are going to see whatever the ships appear to you as. It could be a daytime, it could be nighttime, but they're going to show you what to expect in the future. And the clearer your sight becomes, the more they will show themselves. But by setting this intention, you start to allow, so that you can do it without being in meditation. You'll be able to see them whenever you want to. But starting with meditation is the first step. And if you want to notice how they're appearing to you, are they energy? Are they light? Are they a proper ship? Because some people need to see the ship rather than just the energy. Before you leave and say goodbye to them, they're going to give you a little message to help you to connect to them a little bit easier. And this is could be anything, but they're going to give you this gift so that in the future you can connect to them easier, and that your energy will be more in line with them if you choose to. And so I'm going to take a couple of nice deep breaths. You're going to go back into your home, back into your body, nice and deep and grounded into your body, so every inch of you is in your body. And then very slowly I want you to see Lord Ashtar step towards you, and he and Archangel Michael are going to work together on this one. So Lord Ashtar is going to reduce the energy of your chakras so that they're comfortable. Archangel Michael is then going to double bubble you, so bubble on the inside of the vibration you're at, bubble on the outside of the vibration you walk around in, and then together they're going to give you a cloak of protection, so that this protects you from any interference by any sort of beings, be they of any sort, that are inappropriate for you at this time. And then I want you to take a couple of nice deep breaths and come back into the room, eyes wide open. Make sure you're nice and grounded. Keep breathing until you're totally, totally back in the room. And then if you've got any questions, just ask me. But like I say, it's all sort of new to me. This is my next stage of development, shall I say. So, as I say, my understanding of Lord Ashtar is he's in charge of, the Federation of Light, or Ashtar Command. They've so many people use so many titles, but he's 9 times out of 10 he'll use Federation of Light now, because of we've moved into the ascension, and that's what they're here for now. They're here to help us become the beings that we're supposed to. And also, as we've been told, is that this is the first time that beings who are not of this planet are allowed to be a part of the ascension. Usually it's just the animals or the indigenous people who are normally allowed to. So depending on what you've read, we aren't from this planet, but we're being allowed to stay to gather information and experience what we're going to experience, because we've never done it before. So after years of being everywhere else, we're now going to be here experiencing what we're experiencing. And so because you are here, you've volunteered in whichever shape or form. You volunteered to go through this experience so that you can gather information for what they call the Akashic Records, which is the record of this planet held in the spirit world, we'll call it, by the Archangel Metatron and his team. And so you are downloading that information into that system so that they can use it to pass on to other star systems or anyone else who needs that information from somewhere else. But as some of the beings who are incarnated are from certain systems, this is what happens. Yeah, because what's happening is that Karen, what's happening is a lot of them are they're taking the chance, as you know, to rejig us as we go along. So it's a case of your healing energy could now be connected to the Galactics. So that's what they've done. They've sort of connected your galactic healing energy to take you up a notch. So don't be surprised if you start to connect with different galactic healing beings. So there's such as the Arcturans, the Andromedans, the Hathors, all different healing energies. So if they do present themselves, then just have a quick look at what their specialty is, so that you know what they're trying to get you to take part in. Usually turquoise is heart healing, because that's what the combination of Mother Mary and Archangel Raphael is. The turquoise, and my understanding is that the circle is showing that we are creating a circle of healing for the planet, and that's what they're here for. Their main thing is to help with the healing of the planet. So what you could do, just to see how it relates to you, because I know that you were saying a couple of other people had it, is that is ask, what does this signify? because to different people it could even be where they send the energy out for healing the planet as well. So it's best to ask in your case what it relates to you, because like I say, other people, it may be 101 different things. The same symbol can mean totally different things to different people. So but in my view, it's the circle of healing that represents the galactic, human and indigenous people of the planet working together. So the other thing is that don't, because we're going to be doing something tonight, is that the one thing that is coming forward is that the earth healing is doing its work. So the many groups who are doing earth healing, they're very, very thankful for. But as we note that now that humanity is trying to kickstart itself again, there are a few hiccups. So that will be the next thing on the agenda, is how to advise humanity to change to a more safer, cleaner way, rather than just going back to the old ways, because we can't go back to the old ways. Now that we have seen a taste of what we are capable of in changing the world, we now have to do the inner work to align ourselves with the planet and its changing into that world of being more what should we say, natural is the word that I'm getting in my head, and that has a whole raft of implications for the future. So yeah, I'm being told to hold it there, basically. You'll cover some more tonight anyway. For those of you who are going to be joining the Ashtar talk tonight, so he's going to be covering a few more things, giving you a background of what's led up to this time, and also possibly what's coming next for you to work on. So if you have any other questions, just quick questions, then I can answer them, and then I'm going to finish this meditation. Okay, right then, I'll finish this meditation, and those of you who are going to be there tonight, I shall see you later. Bye for now. Ooh. Yeah, well, what is happening with Lord Ashtar is that he's now under directions from the Divine. Again, we'll cover that tonight, but just a taster is that there was a certain thing agreed before, and now the policy of the Divine has now overridden it. So just to cover that a little bit. Okay. So anything else? No? I've just had Archangel Michael say that we were in charge of that decision of him having to work for the Divine, so he had to fall in with it. Anyway, that's probably another story again. So I shall see you tonight if you're coming. Bye for now.